Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. I'm Big B. So today we're just going to kind of mess around with the gasser here. I'm going to try to keep it kind of short, but you guys know how I am. In the previous video, we were actually running this boat, just bench testing it. I had just got it, and I wanted to get the motor running so I can hear it, know what to expect, and you guys can kind of, you know, see the new boat going, so to speak. So since that yesterday, I've actually learned, and the boat gang has scalded me for it. Not really, but with these type of engines, you don't want to right on the block, tune it on the block without being close to the water, because the tune I put on it yesterday, it's not going to be a good tune for it once it hits the water. She was running a little lean at the beginning of the video. Toward the end of the video, I actually got it running pretty damn good. I mean, I could come off the throttle, she would stay, you know, idling, you know what I'm saying? From what I understand, she was running lean, so I need to actually turn the low speed up a little bit. But I was pretty happy, right? When we were running the boat, if you guys noticed that I needed some O-rings for my exhaust. This is a water-cooled exhaust here. So my buddy Eddie, thank you, he just stopped by and brought me some a gasket for the cooling block, the exhaust cooling block, and the header. It needed an O-ring, so we're going to change that out today. Okay, I got this gasket here for the block and another O-ring, because this is kind of loose. I don't think it's supposed to be that loose. So yeah, so this should be, we should be able to run water cooling on the pipe. Okay, this is an aluminum pipe, pretty long actually. Eddie actually also he gave me this. This is an old generation 1 Gizmo pipe that we'll be able to test. It's a little bit shorter than the aluminum pipe. Huge size difference, so we should actually see a performance gain or decrease when we try this pipe out. He actually broke this piece off here, and the welder, he said the welder actually welded it on there at an angle, but he said that's fine. Okay, so we'll try this. This is an old Gizmo pipe. He also highly recommended that I invest in either a steel or a stainless steel pipe for this boat. So maybe we'll get the Zip Kits upgrade pipe for this. You know, we'll get a couple pipes. You guys know me, I like having shit. We like testing shit. This is so cool. Come on, man. Like, oh man, this having a gas boat, oh, this is fun. This is actually fun. Whole new world has just been opened up to Big B, you know, dude. So we're going to change these O-rings out real quick, and I'll kind of let you guys go. I really didn't have nothing planned today. I didn't get a chance to work on my electrics. I got all my electric boats prepped up for tomorrow. You know, everything's prepped up. The only thing I really needed to be doing today is working on the Bulgarian. I need to get the tunnel poured with foam on that Bulgarian catamaran build, you know. Yep, definitely need to get that done. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up these 2 bolts. We'll get these O-rings on. I got this guy right here waterproofed. I put a coat of epoxy on it, and I took some fiberglass hairs here, kind of mixed it up thick and filled in the leaky areas, so she's watertight now. J&R Marine, Kobe over at J&R had made this servo mount for me. Pretty trick. So we're going to actually use this servo mount right here. It's like 3D printed with a piece of carbon fiber over the top. So I think that would be a really good method to hold our throttle servo. And probably use this servo for a little while. Okay, probably use that servo for a while. All right, just for the time being. I actually took the strut off. Strut actually looks pretty nice. It's got a tapered leading edge and a sharp trailing edge. I actually, oh yeah, that's right. This is something I wanted to tell you before I get into this. I decided to take this piece right here out. I actually started like cutting it out right here, and I noticed the pipe was actually hitting the rails right here. So what I think I'm going to do to get this pipe a little bit lower so I don't have to cut out a huge hole right here is we're gonna actually drop this electronics tray down a little bit so that I can actually drop the pipe down a little bit. Last night I epoxied this piece of carbon fiber on here, so I made it a little bit high, so I have a blank slate here to mold and modify for my pipe. Zip kits, I actually have a order going for zip kits. I got a pipe bracket coming. I got a fuel dot coming for my fuel here. By the way, thanks to the boat gang for suggesting that. A fuel dot, okay. I got an inline fuel filter coming for the motor, so we were not going to run the boat till I get these zip kit parts in. And I actually got an upgraded throttle body in the cart, so we'll be using that. All right, I'll go over how I'm going to set everything up once I get that far. Okay, I'm just kind of jacking my jaws today. Right, so yeah, let's go ahead and get this in because that's something that needs to be done. And then we're going to pull this motor out. And well, I guess I don't need to pull. Well, I do. I want to pull it out because I'm going to start sanding. These rails. I want to kind of clean it up, and I think I'm going to paint the inside of this boat black with some enamel. I think that'll look good, you know, all black inside. So I've actually been cleaning up all the scraggly fiberglass hairs here and there. I've hit it with sandpaper where I could getting her kind of prepped up for the goodies, right? Yep. Hell, yeah. Once I get it painted, I can install the motor again, and we'll be on the home stretch, you know. You can definitely tell I put some Loctite on it, you know. Oh, is it not? Oh, there we go. I love this little wrench. It's been such a lifesaver getting into some random odd little places, you know, on my electric boats, and it's actually come in handy a few times on this gasser here. Can't tell you how excited I am to get this boat on the water, you know. She's going to be loud and obnoxious, and I freaking love it, boys. So, yeah, okay. So, this is where I was running into issues. This only has one O-ring right here, okay? So, it's supposed to have one there, and then it's supposed to have one in here, okay? So that actually presses on there and it gives you a nice tight fit. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to replace this one because it's wore slap out, and we're going to go with the red ones. Now notice Zip Kit carries all of these parts. Okay. Oh, wrong way, Big B. Tighten up, boy. Tighten up, boy. So you got one that goes in there like that, and then you got one that goes like that. You got to remember these are going to be hot, so you probably need a high temperature O-ring for this application. Okay, so gonna break that loose. I put some Loctite on this yesterday. Okay. Yeah, I think what was happening yesterday, during a couple of the runs, I was getting some back pressure built up because I didn't have a gasket and a tight fitting exhaust manifold here. Okay, so I need to go grab my Loctite. I need to get some more for out here. All right, I got my Loctite here. Whoa. Ooh, that's a lot. Put some more here. Share the Loctite because I'm almost out. Okay. Okay, so the long ones go in. The short one's going first. Okay, so just wipe this down, wipe this down, so we get a good seat. Nope. Okay, like so. Put our little gasket on. Pretty easy, pretty easy. Definitely don't want to cross that. Reverse. There we go. Okay. Then we'll make sure this sucker's sitting flat. I got my gasket in there. Just like anything else, I would imagine you just kind of cinch down one side lightly, hit the other side. Yeah, I've been on the phone today with a few of my subscribers. Yeah, and I had one come by the house today and brought the O-rings, the gasket. What an amazing hobby, you know. Guys reaching out, they know I'm new to the gas boats, giving me advice, paying it forward. You know, that's what they kind of said, paying it forward, because you know, I bring you guys. I try to bring you guys entertainment daily. I mean, if it's not a serious video with a intended topic, or a video like today, we're just kind of doing a quick repair or modification. I try to bring you guys content daily, you know, and for that I want to say thank you. You know, shout out to Team Heavy Chevy. All right, Eddie, Buddy, you know. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Moo Clan RC Boats. Had a nice conversation with him on Facebook Messenger there. So thank you. Thank you, you guys. I truly appreciate the support and help, you know, because this is my first gasser and I can use it. You know what I'm saying? I can use it. So if you guys see me doing something wrong, hey, point it out. Call me out, right? Oh yeah, this is something I wanted to bring up as well, because one guy was like, man, I have the pull starter for my boat, and I'm glad I don't have the electric starter, because he's seen me having some issues with mine. So I found out, basically yesterday I was having some issues with the belt, right? It wouldn't stay like in place, and I was actually having a hard time getting, like, it would, the belt would actually like come completely out, and I would have a hard time getting the belt back under the pulley, right? So one of my viewers, he had mentioned that I shouldn't have that hard a time to get the belt back in place. And I was like, okay. So I came out here and checked, and of course when I was doing the bench running yesterday, I didn't have a flex cable in, right? So when I got the boat, these two screws right here were loose, and I had, you know, pulled the starter a couple times, and you know, the motor come up. So basically I just kind of pushed the motor all the way down and tightened the bolts up just for some bench testing. And what I did, pushed the motor down too far because I didn't have a flex cable in it, and I wasn't running a flex cable because I was just kind of bench running the motor, the engine. And so basically I had the motor too far down, right? So I could either lift the back of the motor up so that it meets up to the cable, or I could drop the front of the motor to meet up to the cable. Long story short, basically you shouldn't have to press fit your belt under the pulley. It should just basically, like, just, you should be able to just kind of line it right up on there, right? And then once you get it started, the motor shouldn't be as low as mine. So once you get it started, you just lay your belt down, and it should clear the pulley here, right? The collet, the direct drive pulley. So don't let me, in my bench tuning yesterday, turn you off from getting a starter like this, because it's really convenient, right? You ain't got to sit there and pull. Once you have it set up correctly, I'm sure it's night and day. The electric starter versus the cord, you know. You just got to have it set up right. You know, this motor should be like right here. You know, it should be right there, and it's right there. You know what I'm saying? I got it set way too low. You know what I mean? So I haven't started setting the boat up, so I'm not too concerned about that right now. You know what I'm saying? So let's see how tight this is. Oh yeah, that tightened everything up nice. Okay, we got the gasket in there. Okay, so everything should be tight. No air escaping or sucking air or anything like that. Blowing air. So we got the O-rings in here. Okay, I'm gonna get some oil on here. Son of a bitch. God. Oh, she's gonna smoke now, son. Holy shit. Got to be more careful. Oh man. Oh, I got oil all in this damn pipe. I need to go rinse this out. Okay, it slid on. Okay, slid on pretty easy with all that freaking oil. It should. So I'm gonna see if it's watertight, if it's airtight, I guess. Let's check it out here. Yep, that's good. Okay. So we'll be able to cool our pipe. I keep wanting to call it a damn muffler. We cool our pipe. Eddie was saying it's just like an electric boat, right? So you go in the lowest nipple, come out the highest nipple. Go in the lowest nipple, come out the highest. Lowest nipple on the pipe, come out the highest. So the water fills up, and then it comes out the highest point, you know? So we got a dual pickup rudder. So we'll go straight to the head with one, and then we'll go from the rudder to the exhaust manifold here, to the exhaust block, come off the block, go to the muffler, and then out the boat. Okay, so yeah, that's the plan. I need to get these rails trimmed up a little bit so I can get my electronics box a little bit lower, so I can get my pipe a little bit lower, so I don't have, so I won't have any issues with my hatch. Now, I was actually talking with Eddie. He was saying that, you know, run the boat like it is, you know, cut out for the pipe back here, and then he was saying it might be a good idea to cut a hole here, maybe a hole here for some cool air, fresh air to the carb, some fresh air to the motor, and then Back here, maybe cut a hole here or a hole over here, you know, so we get air in and then get air out. That's something that we're not able to do with electric boats, right? And then maybe we could put some like mesh over it. I was like, oh man, we could put one right here and it would be like fresh air going to the carburetor, right? No, so you don't want to do that, right? Water will splash in this hole because it's like literally right over the carburetor. Okay, so basically we would get water splashing in here, and then it would drip down, and the car would potentially suck water. So we don't want that, right? Definitely don't want that. So we'll cut here, cut here. He said some guys actually cut half the window out. You know, I think these two would be good, right? And then, oh yeah, maybe cut a hole here and then something right here, because he said you need to have more air out than you have coming in. So makes perfect sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I'm about to actually work on this, and I'm going to let you guys go. You know, it's getting late, and I think I've kept you long enough, right? There's the Swifter. Haven't been able to work on that boat in a while. It's actually, I need to cover it back up with a towel. All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. Hope you guys have a good day. Keep the pretty side up. Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We are almost at hell, we're there. We're pretty much there. 25,000 subscribers. So I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the boat gang. You guys are freaking awesome. Okay. Yeah, we'll see you next time.